Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Cyclone here, and we are live officially. Here we go! And now I am really excited to report that this character can clear the full campaign. I am pretty much certain of this now because I was able to go through Father Kaiman and Korvac and pretty much do it just fine. So now I want to show you, I made some adjustments to this character. There were some things I still had to do. And this week has been all about this character because, look, I spent a while leveling it up, and I wanted to make this character after finding, this homemade set that I've created for him, and basically compiling this build together, having it work right at the moment of this video. It's working very well, and it's pretty damn incredible. Now, there will be areas for slight tweaks and improvements over time, but at level 98. But generally speaking, I'm looking at the character, and I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. Damage is the biggest weakness. This character cannot do speed runs. All right, so I just want to get that out of the way. You're not looking at an SR farming or level clearing character. It's not this build's intention at all. This character is specifically designed more for a hardcore strategy and a character that tries to avoid dying as much as possible. Now, the build is reliant on some buffs in both the gear and the skill build, but it is what it is, and it works very well. Again, offense is pretty shitty, but this is a hardcore style character. So let me go through the character. This is really the vision playing out mostly how I want it to. We're almost at 1600 physique. Now, that's not like mandatory at all, but physique does improve health regen a little bit, and of course overall health. And it's the best stat in the game. It's always been the best stat in the game. But this character has a little bit into spirit and some into cunning. Cunning, you could cut this back a little. I actually changed this character early on from what I wanted to do, but I felt like I could still utilize the cunning, the bonus physical damage, for example. It also increases critical hits, and because this character does no damage, I felt like at least I could fish for some critical damage in here, and that would help a little bit. The DPS is terrible, guys. We're not buffing a main skill nearly enough. We're not buffing a damage type nearly enough with this character. It's just enough to clear the farming mobs for the most part, so that you're not spending 5 hours, you're spending 3 hours, right? It's not good, but it's passable. The point is, this character does survivability very, very well. And I want to go over some key things about the character that work very well together. So I've covered this in the other videos, but now, holistically, I like where we are at this very moment. Let me actually start with the devotion system. Here we go, guys. So we're going to be, we have our Phoenix here, which is tied to Ignifar. So again, this is still leveling up. The damage absorption is key here. That is a tanking ability, and you actually gain, let's see, I have 4 more levels. It looks like we're gaining 9 each turn, so 36 more points of damage absorption by the end of this. 158 damage absorption. Is that right? That's pretty freaking good, isn't it? So again, when I have Phoenix up, I have extra tanking. The damage helps. It helps clear trash and whatnot. So that's nice. But really, it's that damage absorption, and it helped me unlock the key skills for my character. I got some leveling points filled out just to get the devotions. But again, my 3 like bread and butter skills for this character. Tip the scales, because you're reducing their resistances and you get health conversion, which is nice. I mean, it's not terrible. You get, as well, Healing Rain. This is huge for any sort of tanking style character. You definitely want Healing Rain. You can see why. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I still have more levels for this too, meaning that my health restoration will improve over time. This is just going to get... This character still has more power to unlock. It's a very exciting time. And here, Light of Empyrean, again, more power on the way. We have more power to unlock with leveling with this character. Unfortunately, because of its slow clear speed, this character takes a longer time to level a little bit and get some of the experience, but that's okay. It's going to be a slow payoff. And then my last point went into Shield Maiden. Because I'm using a shield, you get that 20 extra % shield block damage. And let me tell you something. I'm capitalizing on my shield quite a bit more than I was in the last video. So I've gone over this quickly, but just one more time for reference while we're in this video. We're using the Touch of Purity. That skill, Touch of Purity, this buff right here, amazing. It reduces all of your status effect ailments. It gives you health when you pop it. More bonus health as your stat total. It has a pretty good cooldown period, only 8 seconds where it's not available. I mean, it's not terrible when you're looking at the fact that there's other things this character is doing during its cooldown duration. I'm using this helmet here because of the damage. I have other helmets that could increase my tanking more, but I feel like I need the damage here, the crit damage to the flames. So a helmet like this works pretty effectively. This one has 10% health. That's pretty big. And the chaos resistance I'm actually utilizing right now in the build. So I'm going for one of these. And then of course the Grey Knight paired with the Deathwalkers. These two together, look at how many damage types we're protected against. Poison or acid, vitality, aether, and chaos. You get 10,000 shielded damage from these damage sources. And then my boots here have vitality and bleeding and reduction to life resistance. That is an amazing amount of damage prevention. Vitality gets a double boost here. But all the damage types are protected against. Unbelievable. And yes, I could go for a force wave style instead of what I'm doing. Absolutely. But frankly, I'm happy with the fact that I'm using Phoenix Fire and kind of casting. And so I'm going with that instead. And because my item has an all damage stat, it doesn't really matter. And I'm not really putting points into my damage skills all that much. Physical would probably act better, so Force Wave could be a better skill. But let me show you why I'm not currently doing that. Then let's keep going here. So again, Fate Weavers, we're going with the Fade of Reality skill. This is a lifesaver. Again, hardcore style character, you need these like oh shit moment skills that can proc. The amount of power this gives you is crazy. The 45 health, you get a humongous boost to health regeneration, and it lasts for 5 seconds. So you get 100% physical resistance, 200% piercing resistance. Again, we're stacking that with the barriers that we already have with this character. Now we have, in a terrible situation, now we get 100% physical and 200% pierce on top of the barriers that we already have. Amazing. Then we have another heal here. We got the Healing Winds. I have a better pair of these. I'm just waiting if I need to soul bind those. I hate soul binding legendaries because there's some that I've only found once. Like I've only found this and this one time in my game. Like some of these items are very rare. I think I've only found one of these as well. So I've only found 2 of these, and I feel terrible if I bind another one to this character. I might want to use it for something else, and I'm not using a level or an item editor, so I have to really pick and choose my items very carefully. But anyway, and then of course we're getting an extra heal from the White Lotus. I think this is one of the best belts in the game. I go research that, but this thing gives you, well over 1,000 health every 3 seconds. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. And then, of course, we're having the avoiding the melee attacks, this actually stacks with other gear. With Fate Weavers, also, you get another barrier for this character. Outside of the 2 other barriers, you get a 3rd barrier. It does have a cooldown, but look at this. More resistances to these damage types. Unbelievable. And because, again, you're getting physical resistance here. If you're in a really bad situation, you can get both of these, activated. Your physical resistance goes through the roof. You're just very, very hard to kill at this point. On top of all this, and I have a nice chest here, additional physique, armor, and some nice resists I needed, and some additional fire damage. This is just, I'm using this for the time being. It works well for the build. Here's where the build gets interesting. I'm using Salvation now. This was the intention all along, but I'm using Salvation. This is another heal. So if you kept count here, we have 1 heal in the belt. We have 1 heal technically with the weapon. We have a heal with the gloves, so that's 3 heals. We have health regen proc with the shoulders here. So belt, gloves, weapon, and the relic all have burst heals built in. And on top of that, my devotion healing rain. That's 4 dedicated heal procs on this character. But wait, there's actually 5 because I'm using Word of Renewal. This also, that's 5 dedicated heals on this character. Excuse me, 6? No, 5. 5 dedicated heals. So, there's 5 ways that you can heal this character in its build. Unbelievable. And then, I'm using this Serenier's Commendation. This is also new. And I had this from my other playthrough. And the reason I'm doing this, because of course, this is a Inquisitor style medal. But here's where it gets amazing. The shield blocking. 21% shield damage blocked. You get more shield blocking chance. And then, here's what I did to really cap that off. An amulet with shield damage block on it. In addition to that. So now, my shield blocking is at, where is I always forget, is it the last one? Yeah. I have a 40% chance to block 2,400 damage. I am blocking 2,400 damage on a character that has some dodge built in, but also 5 burst heals, damage barriers to different damage types. It's ridiculous how tanky this character can get. And, it's just like, wow, it's great. Yeah, you see here, like I'm looking at it, my physical damage, Force Wave would probably be a better skill, but I'm using Flames because thematically, we're nerfing the characters. We're nerfing them. And I can get crit damage with it, right? But you also have attack fumbling with Endless Flame, and this is really good. This is really important, and the energy reduction. The fact that you can help fumble enemy attacks is really good. And I also, these rings I'm using for stats right now for the most part. A little bit of energy regen here and the health is nice. But these are really stat rings. I could find upgrades eventually. But guys, there it is. That is the character. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because screw it. I am going to change what my gloves look like. I don't, the ever-living whatever. They're pretty mid looking. I'm going to make that look better. I do like how this character looks though. It's really cool. It's kind of like a death, a Reaper Knight sort of thing. Templar, like a dead Templar. That's the theme of the build. So, no, not this. I want to do this, and then I want to gloves. I have money to spend here. I gotta spend it. Chilling death. That looks pretty thematically appropriate for the... it does, actually. I usually like things with an aura. And of course you want to like try and go for a matching aura. Like, is there anything with a glow, with a glow for that color? There's that. Not really, huh? I don't have all the glove colors unlocked. Huh, that looks kind of neat. Kind of like how it goes with that. Could do that, frankly. With that, that's not bad. I kind of like that. You know, because you got the red influence, you got the blue influence. I like that. We're gonna go with that. So okay, that looks a little better. This character just does not die, and again, because I'm leveling up more, he will not take. Like, I can tank Kaiman pretty effectively, and Kaiman was one-shotting almost my Saboteur. The Saboteur sucks as a character, but still, like the tanking. Let's just go in here. I could just go to Korvac and show you, like, I can tank like Korvac, all of his minions, all of his stuff. I haven't, of course, tried an end game boss, but I feel like for mobbing and farming in generally speaking, you know, the Eldritch temples, these are like the most hardcore main game areas. So it's a pretty fair representation if you can tank the enemies here of how tanky your character can be. And it's not, we're not done. So this build is, I'll just try and get like as many enemies together to show you like the tanking potential of this character. I want to like get a fair, like here we go, I'm going to get blast, I'm not going to pop anything. I'm not going to even put a skill down. There's nothing going, I'm not doing anything right now. I just have my word of renewal up. Look at this. I have nothing activated, not even my touch of purity. Nothing. I have no like buffs. I am taking some damage here, but not a big deal. They can't even get me down below 50% health. Because I'm blocking too much damage and I'm healing. Look at this. Who cares? Hey, keep on bringing it. Come on. Light of Empyrean's giving me damage reduction. I'm blocking damage. Now I'm gonna pop something now, okay? Because now something's hitting me really hard, but that's okay. Now I actually have to like try a little bit. So, but I'm not attacking. I'm not doing anything. I'm getting hit by like 50 different enemies here, including a freaking ranged caster, and it's not doing anything. So now let's actually like attack. Like if there's a healer here, I don't know if I can clear some of the trash. Yeah, there's a healer, the supporter. But like I'm just trying to show that this character can be like an amazing utility character for group play, hardcore. You don't want to take deaths. I'm actually going to like keep count of this character's death count at level 100. I'm going to keep a count of how many times I die with this character. Once Light of Empyrean is done, I don't think I'm going to like worry about it. But this is incredible. Like it's having the shield block was really what this build needed. And I actually still have 2 more points I can put into shield block. So that is really cool. And of course, the more trash you get rid of, the less damage you take. So as these big guys are here, like now I can't be killed at all. Like, there's no way. Like they can't hurt. So it's pretty awesome. I wanted to make a tank for a while now, and I'm like really happy that I did, because it's just a different way of playing the game. Now there are end game builds that have more tanking, or they just have like they can do 10 million damage bursts, like they literally kill the raid bosses in like 10 to 20 seconds. There are builds that can do that. Again, you're not looking for that here. You're intentionally looking for something that doesn't die. That's the idea. So if you're a hardcore player, I think, it's not a meta build or anything, but it works. Like tanking-wise, it works. This character also has a little niche, crowd control. It has some knockdown potential. I have double knockdowns because I'm also using Seal of the Void, which does give knockdown. On top of Light of Empyrean, which also knocks down, you can actually start crowd controlling mobs with this. So if you're in group play, there's like a place where this could be useful for a group. So like, yeah, this is, I'm just trying to show like this character can tank with the best of them, I think. Now, can it tank crate entertainment? Doubtful. I don't think it can. It might. I don't know, like, tanking Kaiman's a big deal for me. The Saboteur was just so like shitty, and like the Saboteur couldn't hang with Kaiman. Still can't to this day. I can't fight Kaiman with my Saboteur. It doesn't work. But you see here the damage sucks. It takes me 8,000 years. Force Wave might be better in the end, but it's alright. Like this guy, no damage, no problem. And there is a support healing him, like, so it's a waste of time. But I'll go to Kaiman. I'll just go right up to Kaiman's face and show you. Like, because those numbers, Kaiman destroys a lot of unoptimized builds. It completely like fucks you over with nerfing you and the raw damage he can deal to you. It's just too much for like a squishy offensive character to handle. Unless that character is killing him in 10 seconds or less. People say, "Oh, lack of skill." It's like, that's not skill. The fact of the matter is, like, he's designed to stomp your build if it's not high enough damage absorption. The defensive ability, damage absorption, you get trashed. You also need some physical res. Like, my Saboteur has no physical resistance, and that's why it can't hang with Kaiman. So you need all these requirements to take him on that other bosses you can get away with having lower stats. And then here comes Kaiman to just absolutely wreck your day. You can't fight Fire Kaiman if you're below a certain threshold. You will die. So it's, people call it unfair, and my Saboteur cannot fight him. So I used a little trick to beat him, and it's legal. I didn't cheat. It's just, the game allows you to do something, and it's like, okay, cool. I figured it out. A little trial and error, and I was fine. There we go. All right, let me show you how this character can hang with Kaiman. It's the wrong doorway. All right, hey Kaiman, what's up, bro?
Not ready.
Yeah. See, like, even with the pillars of lava, this is the tanking I'm talking about here. Even his lava shotgun does nothing. I'm staying above like 70% health here with him. This is good. This is good, the damage absorption. And the thing is, you can always keep a heal on hand. Like, I don't have to use my Touch of Purity until it's necessary. Word of Renewal is up for a while. Look at this. I don't have to move. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to worry. My energy is sufficient so I can keep casting this. Proccing my Phoenix Fire, so I'm getting my damage absorption through Phoenix Fire as well. This is what I'm talking about. This is the type of thing where it's very good for hardcore. My goal is to do this to one of the end game bosses, and hopefully I can also tank them. I think Ravager could fuck me up. It's the character has a lot of regen or health steal. This character probably can't actually kill him because the damage sustained, you can see, I'm only doing 10,000 damage a second. That's nothing. That's so pitiful. A character that has health steal is going to get that back. Look at this. The fire's coming. I don't even have Touch of Purity activated. I don't even have my purity up. So, dude, Soldier's so broken. Look at this. Dude, my Saboteur gets like one shot. One shot. I have to specifically re-gear and like purpose my Saboteur just to legitimately take on this guy. It's silly. You need the stats for this guy. It's absurd. But you know, there it is. Like there's the tanking potential of this character. And it's not even done. I still have more points on my devotion to unlock, which will make this character even more tanky. But you can see the drawback. It takes eons and eons and eons to kill bosses. Like it's not, you are not going into this to have a fast playthrough, efficient farming. My Saboteur is actually a pretty good farming character. It does a lot of damage. I can burst through shrine farming. I'm gonna touch purity there because I think I got crit. But that's the point. And Kaiman gets a little stronger as the HP goes down, like at the end here. You'll see it might have a burst or two in him. We're doing, okay, I'm gonna do that. Once you get about 50%, I get a little more nervous. That wasn't great. You know, by the time I'm back, I okay, yeah, we're fine. Touch of Purity's up, I'm fine. Once Touch of Purity goes up, you are fine. And Purity's gone now, so the next burst from that will hurt. I'm fine. Basically, the secret is, yeah, just use Touch of Purity when he tries to use his chest attack on you. Or you have, you know, keep your Word of Renewal heal on hand in case you get crit from something. But it's fine. Wait there, pop it. We're good. Word of Renewal. My gear just went in there to heal me. I'm gonna pop a Touch of Purity. Then I'm gonna, when this Touch Purity cooldown goes down, I'm gonna use Word of Renewal again just to, you know, refresh the cooldown. But I'll have Touch of Purity in the back pocket. Word of Renewal. This. Touch Purity. I have Phoenix Fire activated. Now I have more damage absorption. Yeah, this is, see, I'm telling you. Touch of Purity. I love characters that can face tank like this. It's so much fun. Slow and steady wins this race. Slow and steady. I mean, there was like 2 moments there where my health went below 50%, and those were probably crits. And this guy is notorious for having absolutely insane damage numbers, so like I'm very impressed with this character. I have more tanking to unlock with time. I'm very confident this character can pull its weight for a hardcore playthrough. You know, look, I have more damage reduction to unlock here. I have better healing to unlock here. There's just, you know, this will improve. The resistance is maybe a little bit higher clear speed, just a little bit. Like, you get attack to health. There's more more damage absorption here when it's activated. This character has so much going for it for survivability. And it's really, really fun to see it kind of entering its intended level of power. That's the best thing about these types of games. You know, no one will convince me otherwise. When you have an idea and you take it really to where it needs to go, and you see it evolve, and you see it performing the way you hoped it would. That's the most rewarding thing about this genre. When that happens, you are just, you're over the moon about it. It's great. It's amazing. And this is the character. I mean, yes, clear speed is ass. Terrible. Don't do this for speed runs. This is a hardcore character, hardcore design. It lives through damage. That's the intent. So, you know, that's the character in a nutshell. I'm very excited about it. I feel like Kaiman is a great test for a character base level. This could be a good Crucible character, actually. Like, just, the problem is, my problem with Crucible is healers and regenerators. This character can't kill them. So, in a funny way, this character has the tanking for potentially those endgame bosses, maybe, but it might not have the clear potential for the endgame activities like SR or Crucible. It doesn't have the damage. And so it would probably have to be rebuilt for that purpose, maybe a Force Wave style character, maybe with a more soldier-based focus versus an Inquisitor-based focus. Because right now, again, my utility, soldier is providing buffs. Pretty much. Just kind of buffing. My last 2 points are going into Overguard. This, when you're talking about all the other mitigation this character has, having this activated, look at this. Every level, I am gaining 13% more block damage from the shield. For that time this is up, this adds more shield damage that's being blocked. And you're getting better health regen too on top of it. That's crazy good. So, really amazing. I'm really stoked about that. But yeah, this character will one day, you know, I'll look up, how you can get to the like super endgame bosses. I have to go research that. Frankly, I've never done them. Could I hang with Ravager? Could I hang with Crate Entertainment? Could I hang with some of these other bosses? I don't know. I frankly have absolutely no idea if I can. I don't know. It's very unclear to me if I can hang. But I know that I can hang against Kaiman pretty effectively, tank it. Korvac as well. Korvac. This boss fight takes too long. I don't want to waste your time. But yeah, this is very, very good. I guess we'll just do I'm probably going to end this video shortly. I don't have a ton of time right now. This is more of a. I wanted to film this. Like, this is where I'm seeing the performance I was hoping for on a defensive level. So I'm very excited about that. So I wanted to share this with you. I enjoy farming this tomb. It's one of my favorite runs. I just kind of like the aesthetic of this tomb. So, this way is open today. Nice. I like that. Like these jerks, again, these guys hit hard against my Saboteur. When you have no physical resistance with armor, you get whacked. Big problem. See, it just takes a while to kill stuff. That's all. This is if you think about this more of a party tank character for a party where you got offensive people playing with you, it's a great utility character to bring along in your party. A character like this is useful. I'm debuffing. I have a little bit of crowd control, and I'm tanking the hell out of everything. I can just You can cast your big novas, cast your big cooldowns, keep distance if you're more of a kiting character. I will be up front, just engaging and eating stuff for you. This character will just do that. Meanwhile, you can go get a better location, pop your auras, pop a huge spell, keep kiting around. I'll keep the damage on me. So don't worry. You know, like you actually can, I believe, right here. Isn't there a skill that does that? I'm trying to look for that. Well, you can do like a disruption to enemy's health. I actually might put 1 point into Warcry. Reduction to enemy's health. Reduce target's damage. You know, maybe it goes to Warcry. Maybe I do Warcry. That, frankly, Warcry might be the way to go, actually. Huh. Maybe it is Warcry. Because you can reduce the enemy's health. That'll help my clear speed, and it's 1 point. I think I need to do Warcry with this character. I think that'll help. Like I'll put Warcry in number 2, and I will put everything else one point farther. Yeah, actually, you know, I'm gonna try that right now. I'm gonna, you know, instead of waiting for the next level up, I don't have time. I'm just going to see if Warcry can like really help this character's clear speed. I'm gonna take 1 point away from that. That actually could be very, very good. Having the Warcry, that makes sense.
Let me clear your mind.
I can take one. You know, it's like I can take a couple. I'll do that, and well, let's start with that. The health reduction does not go down at all. But let's try this. I'm curious. So we do Warcry, and then we would do Touch of Purity, and then we would do Word of Renewal, and then this will be my, you know, if I really have a problem for some reason, get out of shit card, and you know, stuff like that. So like that, right? You know, you got Warcry. Let's see what this is like. I'm curious. I mean, it's not monumental, but it also is reducing their damage a little bit. That might just be all this character needs, like, points into Warcry, potentially. That's nice. Okay, it reduced the damage. I saw that. Okay. Maybe Warcry is a great idea here. I think that's fair. I think Warcry is good. Yes. I think that could be.
That skill is not risk.
I can I can put the point back into that all damage stat later on. I kind of like what I'm seeing here. Kind of. Yeah. I think Warcry is really good on this character. Because I'm basically getting all the enemies together. Here's one. Yeah, you can see the trash mobs, right? Their health goes down significantly. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We want Warcry in this build. Hey, I got another Targo's Mallet. Let's pick it up. Yeah, no, that's huge. That's huge, guys. I think Warcry is very, very important for this. I think this is how we do it. I think having Warcry built in here is important. Just how this character works. Congregating all the enemies together. Warcry, see all the health reductions there? That just helps with my clear speed on trash. I like this a lot. Now the health reduction does not scale any higher. It's just a little thing. But again, the 2% damage reduction, it's actually, it adds up. The trash mobs don't do anything to you now. So you have to look at that too. I like this. Yeah, this is good. I like this. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Definitely want... Mm-hmm. You definitely want Warcry with this build, for sure. There's no doubt about it. See that? Burst of basically damage. Alright guys, so I think I've shown what I need to show. This character's awesome. Right, I'm really excited about having this character go up maybe one day to face the true endgame bosses, tank them. But I think I'm proving that the build works for a hardcore situation and is sufficient for hardcore zero death gameplay. Yeah, I'm not running anything here. I'm just gonna stand here and let my heels do the talking. Yeah, y'all are screwed, man. See if I can get some additional experience here. There we go. Yeah, that's amazing. Getting rid of the trash, that's really good. That's really good. Because again, if I get rid of the trash, you know, certain trash mobs, that's less damage on me. That means that the heroic enemies, they have like no chance.
That skill's not ready.
All swift. Hey, bye. So there we go. That's it. That's the character. I'm super stoked about it. It works. And I'm stoked. Hope you guys enjoyed. And guys, Sunday, get ready. Reaction likely coming Sunday, probably 1 to 2 o'clock p.m., something in that range.